The debt is not fully paid. The Whittaker family and the mirror's curse. The Whittaker family lived in an imposing Victorian mansion at the edge of the dense Blackwood forest for generations. The family had passed down a peculiar heirloom, an ornate, full-length mirror with intricate carvings of faces twisting in agony. The mirror was said to be a gift from a mysterious craftsman who appeared at the family's doorstep in 1843, offering it in exchange for shelter during a storm. Legend whispered that the mirror did more than reflect. It revealed truths better left undiscovered. The beginning of the end. In 2025, the Whittaker siblings, Eliza, the pragmatic lawyer, her twin brother Daniel, the struggling artist, and their younger sister Marianne, a curious historian, returned to the mansion after their parents' tragic deaths in a car accident. Among their parents' belongings, the mirror loomed in the parlor, its surface unnaturally clean despite the house's age. One evening, Marianne, always the skeptic, decided to investigate the mirror's rumored curse. She stood before it with a flashlight, noting how the carvings seemed almost to writhe in the flickering light. As she whispered, "Show me the truth," her reflection distorted. Her own face stared back, but its expression twisted into a malevolent grin, mouthing silent words she could not hear. Panicked, she stumbled away, but the mirror's surface shimmered. From its depths, a shadowy figure stepped into the room. A man in a tattered cloak with hollow eyes and a gaping, toothless mouth. "Your family's debt is due," the figure rasped before vanishing, leaving Marianne trembling on the floor. The family's fall. The next morning, Marianne told her siblings about the encounter, but Eliza dismissed it as stress-induced hallucinations. Daniel, however, was intrigued. That night, he stood before the mirror with his sketchbook. He, too, whispered, "Show me the truth." The mirror obliged. Daniel's reflection grinned wickedly and began to draw in the sketchbook's pages, images forming in real time. They were horrifying. Eliza drowning in a bathtub, Marianne hanging by her neck in the library, and himself impaled on an easel in his studio. Horrified, Daniel slammed the book shut, but the images were burned into his mind. Over the next few days, the siblings noticed strange occurrences. Eliza found water pooling inexplicably in her room, the air heavy with the scent of chlorine. Marianne discovered a rope tied to a ceiling beam in the library, though she had no memory of placing it there. Daniel's studio walls oozed crimson paint, forming cryptic symbols he couldn't decipher. Despite Eliza's initial disbelief, the siblings realized the mirror's curse was real, and it was targeting them. Desperate measures. Desperate to break the curse, Marianne dove into the mansion's archives. She discovered an old diary belonging to their great-great-grandmother, Lydia Whittaker. Lydia wrote about the mirror's origins, revealing that the craftsman had been a demon named Corvax. The Whittakers had unwittingly bound themselves to him, and every generation owed a blood price to the mirror. The siblings decided to destroy the mirror. Armed with hammers and fire, they approached it together. As they struck the glass, the mirror fought back. Shadows spilled into the room, dragging Eliza into the bathtub, where unseen hands held her beneath the water. Marianne screamed as the library's chandelier rope tightened around her neck. Daniel felt invisible spikes driving into his chest. Just as all seemed lost, Daniel remembered the drawings in his sketchbook. With his last ounce of strength, he scrawled a new image. A broken mirror and the words, "Curse broken." The mirror shattered with a deafening shriek, the shards dissolving into ash. The siblings collapsed, their injuries vanishing as the curse lifted. The aftermath. The Whittaker siblings sold the mansion and parted ways, forever scarred by their ordeal. The ashes of the mirror were buried deep in the Blackwood forest, though some say on quiet nights, whispers echo through the trees. The debt is not fully paid.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more.